We are playing out the visuals of what transpired. Now, this is how the horrific accident took place. That moment has been captured on CCTV when the Rolls-Royce rammed at a speed of over 200 kilometers per hour.
So the details of the accident are extremely horrific. This is the aftermath of the accident. The Rolls-Royce was said to be driving at a speed of over 230 kilometers per hour. 2 people have died in the horrific accident, and they are the oil tanker driver and the assistant. There were 3 occupants inside the Rolls-Royce car, and all 3 of them have been injured and are in the hospital currently. It's an uber luxurious limousine. It was part of a convoy. It was going at a great speed of over 230 kilometers per hour. Rammed into the oil tanker, and that resulted in this massive crash. Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan also joining us on that broadcast, because these are exclusive visuals, Madhav, that Times Now has accessed of the moment of the horrific clash.
Well, my colleague Priyank Tripathi has accessed the CCTV footage. It is a horrific crash. We don't hear about Rolls-Royce crashing very often. In this particular case, it's a very, very tragic incident that has taken place, and these are the last 7 seconds that we're showing you of this entire footage. Just take a look at this particular portion. This is where the crash is happening. Just look at the fact that what appears to be the truck slightly turning to the right, and it's at that point of time that the crash takes place. Look at this particular vehicle that's speeding past all of them. You'll see there is a little bit of a ramp over here. We're looking at this, remember, from a huge distance and an elevation perspective. So just look at this. This is the last moment really at the time of that particular crash. It appears that the truck is turning, and it's at that point of time that this particular crash takes place. So very, very tragic accident that has happened. Of course, in this particular case, from what appears to have taken place, and this is of course preliminary information coming in as far as this particular CCTV footage is concerned. It does appear that the truck was turning. Just look at this particular spot. Just look at the spot very closely, and this is what we need to show our viewers, because this is the moment of the crash actually happening over here. It happens when, of course, and this is the convoy that we were talking about how the Rolls-Royce broke away from its convoy. You can see here at least about 10 cars that are visible in this particular patch, but they are way behind the Rolls-Royce vehicle itself. We understand that the Rolls-Royce sped ahead of the entire convoy, and it's at that point of time that on the new Delhi-Mumbai Expressway that this particular crash happened. Very, very tragic, and this of course goes to show how important it is for drivers, particularly on national highways, to A, stick to speed limits, and B, if they are making any kind of turns or deviations, to ensure that they are doing it at a time when in fact vehicles are from a far distance away. Very, very tragic incident that has happened. Of course, number of questions that eyewitnesses themselves have raised in terms of course those accompanying the Rolls-Royce vehicle, the convoy itself, whether they should have provided first aid to the victims rather than just those who are in the Rolls-Royce. There are several questions certainly that the investigation will perhaps throw up, but Priyank Tripathi bringing us the CCTV footage which has shown for the first time exactly what has happened in the new area of Haryana on the Haryana-Rajasthan border.